trackside Railfanning, but waiting for a train to Tacony on the Trenton line to watch Septa and Amtrak high-speed action. While I'm waiting, we've got to up to the level of 30th Street. A set of Silverliner 5s coming out of the yard here. Leader is 714. Those are the single cars with cabs on both ends. Down below at Ray Street Yard, you can see the duck cellar. It's where I usually find them. I've never seen them running. And there he goes. 5-car set. Whenever you see an odd numbered set of Silverliner 5s, you always know there's at least one 700 series car on the consist.
Local 2.
We're in for a treat at 428, arriving. Track 4 is train 95, 93, en route to Thorndale with push-pull equipment. It's got 914. Yeah, these are beauties. They don't stretch their legs the way the Amtrak versions do, but they're good pullers. Rapid accelerators. They say that they can use one of these types of equipment to substitute for an MU because of their rapid acceleration. I think my train to Tacony will also have push-pulls. Headed out to Thorndale on the Paoli-Thorndale line, the Harrisburg line. It's about one of the longer trips you can take on Septa. Here are some Silverliner 4s for Media Elwyn. These things have been around for a long time. Not crazy about them. Wow, that's a big train. Heading to Elwyn. By the end of the year, we'll be able to go a little further to Wawa. Here comes a train for Newark, Delaware. He'll be following the Elwyn train a little ways until he gets to Arsenal. Then he'll go on the Northeast Corridor. The Elwyn train will continue down the old Westchester branch. Here comes a West Trenton bound train with Silverliner 5s. This train has 6 cars, 2 pairs of 800s and 2 single 700s. Here on the Silverliner 5s, they're still roping off the second row behind the railfan window. I asked the engineer on one of the trains when they were going to open that up, and he said, when the pandemic is over. So I have a feeling it might be a long wait. Here comes a train that hasn't been on the rails for a while. This train is going to Kinwood, the old Manayunk line, the old Pennsylvania Railroad, Norristown and Schuylkill branch. That voice is ear-piercing. Yeah, the Kinwood is Kinwood, excuse me. That's been out of service for about 1.5 years. They only revived it early this week. Lowly patronized branch, and it shows it only has 1 car. Train 1083 to Kinwood. You see a 1-car train, chances are that's where it's going to or from. It's not a very long ride, makes only 3 stops. Winfield Avenue, Bala, and Kinwood. Well, here comes train 9757 for Trenton. I'll be taking that to Tacony, and he'll have another one of those push-pull engines. This is 9757. I just got off at Tacony. We're about 10 miles out of downtown, but still in the city. He's off to his next stop at Holmesburg Junction. I'm going to spend a couple of hours here catching fast Amtrak trains and Septa trains. Tacony Station is between Bridesburg and Holmesburg Junction on the Septa Trenton line. It's a speedway for Amtrak. Approaching Tacony, 528 is train 722 from Trenton to Philadelphia. Got a set of those dang Silverliner 4s. And his next stop will be Bridesburg. Up until 1998, his next stop would have been Wissinoming, but that was gone at that time. Right alongside the tracks here at Tacony is a nice little park. Good place to keep cool if you have a rail fan here on a hot summer day. And approaching at 5:40 is train 129 from Amtrak, New York to Washington. We'll be flying by on track number 2. Got a bevy of northbounds or eastbounds coming up out of Philly. Now we got an eastbound coming. This is 6:52, Harrisburg to New York. Here comes a Trenton-bound local for Septa at 5:42. Silverliner 4s. Next stop, right up the street at Holmesburg Junction. Tell you, a lot of people are riding these trains. And an eastbound at 5:52. This looks like 134 from Washington to New York. This is a great place to get horn shows, it seems. And approaching now at 5:55 is train 92, the Silver Star, en route from Miami and Tampa to New York. That is usual mixture of coaches, Viewliner diner, Viewliner sleepers, and baggage car. Here comes 2172, Acela, Washington to Boston. Seems my horn technique has failed me all of a sudden. And here comes another Trenton local with those damn boring Silverliner 4s. Time is 6:11. Well, that's a number I've heard a lot of lately. They look something like New Jersey Transit's Arrow MUs, but for some reason I find those far more appealing. They just look better. And their horns sound better. I'll take an AA2 horn over an S2M any day of the week, even if I have the Hong Kong flu with 104 fever. And I've had it. It wasn't pleasant. Approaching at 6:18 is train 653, Keystone, New York to Harrisburg. Well, approaching Philadelphia bound at 6:32 is train 9754 from Septa, Trenton to Temple University with push-pull equipment. No doubt after he drops off at Temple, he's going to head for the yard at Wayne Junction. This is the equipment I went out on. Cab car 2402. Boy, do those have noisy brakes. That was Amtrak 178 en route from Washington to Boston by at 6:44. And approaching right away is train 193 from New York to Washington. Oh, here comes our last Amtrak train I'll see here. 647, 2122, Washington to New York. Yeah, my Septa train back to Philly should be arriving in about another 6 minutes. It's been a most entertaining hour and a half here at Tacony. Here comes an Acela. Finally, I get a horn honk. That was 2169 from Boston to Washington by at 6:54. Train 138 arriving Philadelphia, 7:52. Due out at 7:58.